to lunch. We were sitting for during our lunch break, and we were 5 of us sitting down to a building, and we were like, talking some random topic we were talking, and then suddenly it was about marriage or some topic we were talking, and suddenly I asked my colleague the question, how many years since she's married. So she told some 13 years, and she's already having one child and she's expecting the second one. So then I asked, so in romance terms, how much is the rating she would give for herself, so she said maybe 5 on 10. And then there was another colleague of mine, so I asked her also, and she told it is I'm not romantic at all, my husband is and that stuff. There was another guy, so I asked him also, and he told me right now, he said romance is not so much. Then I said, but yours is just 3 or 4 years of marriage and that stuff. Yeah, because now the life is becoming busy, kid is there and that, this and all. He told but if he had to rate himself, he would give 5 or 6 or something like that only. And they asked me, what is my romantic level or whatever, I said, if you ask my husband, he'll also tell 5 or 6 only maybe. But if it is me, 9 on 10, So then the point was, what was romance to each one of them? And immediate answer was it's all about bed and you're the thing, But for me, romance is not that. For me, romance is different, I told, because I'm very filmy, romance doesn't mean that, having fun on the bed only, right? For me, romance is something like, you do anything special, you go out of the way, you listen to my problems, you bring a flower to me, you try to do something that you're really not been doing it, for example, for me, romance comes into different levels, giving time to me, giving time to be myself. Romance is something different, but I don't know why romance is being limited to having only the bed and blah 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 things. It's not wrong, that's right, but you know what, that is good. I felt, for me at least, this is from my learnings, first few years of marriage, that's really really most important, and you really are into it, but then over the time, that is not the important thing in your life, because your life changes, you start growing differently, you start becoming mature, you have responsibilities. In midst of all that, this does take a backseat, but then there are other things that can keep the relationship going, I feel. Okay, I am married for 19 years now. This December I am completing 19 years, and it's not that if I think of only one thing in romance, then my marriage, I don't know what I would be doing. That would be a different meaning of that, I think so then, because then I don't know if marriage would survive also, for that matter, like that. But I think there are a lot of other things, see, when he wants to go and meet his parents, I never say no to that, because that is our understanding, and you're okay with that, so you're not controlling the other person, you're not dumping your duties on him, you're sharing the responsibilities, you're understanding each other. For me, this is romance. Of course, the date nights, the dinner dates, or going out on lunch together, going for a movie together, taking out time in that bloody busy schedule that we have, because we are both working 9 to 5. It's very difficult to balance sometimes, and some days the stress is so much that in the office there is some chaos happening, in the personal life there are so many things happening. But in midst of all that, you both standing for each other, doing something little to appreciate the other person. For that matter, even honestly, from my perspective, even when my husband tells me that, okay, today you don't do anything and I will take care of this part of the work. For example, if there are utensils in the kitchen, and it's, even if he's not in a mood to help or something, but if he sees that really he thinks that he needs to help me, he's going and doing that. My God, that's love for me. That's romance for me, because that needs a lot of courage to do it, and you can imagine that kind of person, and honestly, people have a different myth or whatever understanding, but I will tell about, from my perspective, everything what I say. Marriage, love, falling in love is not easy nowadays, but falling in love is possible, and it's beautiful also, no doubt about it. I really wish everybody to fall in love, because love is very special, very very special. But marriage is the real eye-opener. When people told these things to me, I never understood about it. But I will tell you, initial first few years of your married life are the craziest one. At least I felt that, the first few years, no matter how much you know the person, how you have fell in love with you, how much is done for you, when you marry and stay together under one roof, it is so difficult. It's not at all easy. Adjusting to somebody new, trying to adjust with a person, his habits, his cultural things, his needs, his wardrobe, his bathroom habits and all. It's not easy. And I really admire people, those who do the arranged marriages. Love marriages, at least still you have hopes that you know little bit at least about that person. Not that you know everything about him, but little bit at least you know maybe the color that he likes, at least, like, you know. But imagine you're getting arranged marriages, like more difficult, I feel. But yeah, everyone, when they want to get married, they want to find some Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan and all that, you know. I still like many actors are there whom I really love because they look really good on screen, like, you know. But in reality, not everybody is lucky to live. But you know, I'm so blessed to have my husband in my life because he's one of the amazing human that is, like, you know, he's the perfect husband material, like, you know. He's an amazing human being, like, you know, and only he can handle me and my tantrums and drama and all that stuff, like, you know. But you know what, the best part is I also have my friends who are in the group, like, you know, my besties and my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law also, like, you know. I have found some real good examples of marriage, like, you know. Not that everybody's marriage is like there are troubles in the paradise every now and then, but how each one handles it, how each one takes care of each other, what the little things that do. Like recently, one of my besties shared that, you know, her husband cooked food for her. I mean, isn't that cute? No, he's not a chef or something, or not he has cooked earlier much or something, but he just took efforts to do that, just because, I don't know, that's what is love, that's what is romance for me, like, you know. So I also have another friend of mine whose husband is the most sweetest. I'm sure they can guess it. Anyways, all the husbands are sweetest in my circle area, like, you know. So yeah, I think finding the right man is difficult, but if you find somebody, don't go thinking of the looks and all. And romance is everything in terms of how that person treats you, how you treat that person. Always remember, it's always two sides. It cannot be one-sided. If it's one-sided, then it's not maybe complete. There's something missing in that. But it's always two sides. You do something for that person, and that person in return will do it for you, and that's romance for me. And I'm a die-hard romantic person. If you see my saved list in most of my apps, oh my god, you'll find only love and love. Like, for example, I'm a TV serial buff, as I've told earlier. Any romantic scene is there, that's saved in my list. Whether it is from the serials like Anupama, whether it is from Kuch To Log Kahenge, Kuch Rang Pyar Ke, Bade Achhe Lagte, you name it, and I'm like, I love them. So basically the point which I'm trying to tell you is, what is romance for everybody is the question that I still have. If you have an answer better than this, do let me know, and I would love to listen to it actually.